In the year 2000, the event Spaceworld was held, which at the time was an annual event held by Nintendo to showcase new games and hardware. Spaceworld 2000 was specifically focusing on Nintendo's brand new game console, the Nintendo GameCube. There were several titles shown off, like Wave Race, Metroid, Pokemon, but most notably, Luigi's Mansion. There was a full video demo of Luigi's Mansion present at the event, which some news outlets commented it looked like close to an animated movie at the time, but running on real hardware. However, to the dismay of many, outside of a few clips, the full Luigi's Mansion demo has been lost to the sands of time. No one has viewed the demo in full for the last 20 years. This video is my quest to find it. This is the search for the Luigi's Mansion Spaceworld 2000 demo. This all started back in August of this year. I was stuck at home because I had gotten sick the previous day, so I was trying to find some way to entertain myself. Then, for some reason, I just got the urge to play through the original GameCube classic again. I booted up Luigi's Mansion, sat down, and played through the entire game in one sitting. There's just something about the atmosphere of the game that's so intriguing, and I believe this is what brings people back to this game time after time, but that's a topic for another time. That interest, however, is what got me into doing some research about the game and its development. This topic has honestly interested me ever since I was a kid. That's honestly thanks to the original Beta 64 video back in 2014. But I never really took the time to do my own research and discovery outside that original video. There is a lot of documentation around the true beta build of the game, which would be the build shown off during E3 2001. It is generally concluded that the builds at this time were darker than the original game. Not necessarily in tone, but visually darker, and there were a lot more sound design differences that added to the overall spookiness of the game. A lot of people agree that playing this version of the game would provide a really cool experience and wish that this kind of atmosphere remained for the final build of the game. People are so dedicated to playing this build that there's an entire restoration project called Luigi's Mansion Beta Restoration, with a user named Portable Productions at the helm of development. Anyways, I took in most of this E3 content. It was really cool to see all the changes and differences from the final game, from the different kinds of ghosts down to the music. However, this is when I discovered that there was an earlier version of the game that was shown off to the press back at Spaceworld 2000 in the form of a fully rendered demo video that I mentioned earlier. Real quick, I'll play the clips that IGN released right back after the event. This is all the video that survived from the event in 2000 as far as I could find. So this is when I started doing research to see if I could find the demo. Of course, I just started by scouring the internet to check if the video was really published somewhere, but just lost to obscurity. But after checking every single link on the search results, I concluded this wasn't going to get me anywhere. That is, except for one site. I found a site called NintendoWorldReport.com, which seemed to be a news outlet from the time called Planet N 2000. It was on this page when something really caught my eye. There was a download link available for a full recording of the demo. I clicked it, and it took me to another gaming news outlet with no download. The article states that CVG, Computer and Video Games, or it was a magazine at the time, had uploaded a ton of videos to their site, and they posted the download links there. I tried putting it in the Wayback Machine, but it hadn't been archived, so unfortunately this is out of the picture. This, however, got me thinking about news outlets who might have uploaded the videos around the same time. Next thing I did was look up some of the major gaming news outlets like IGN, Electronic Gaming Monthly, etc. and see when they were founded, so that I could use the Wayback Machine to try to find their pages from the time of release. IGN had a page, but the download was broken, and so did a few other sites I checked. In the end, I couldn't find any sites that had the video files archived, and to be honest, I didn't expect that I would. Without much direction, I just started googling some screenshots of the demo because I knew there were some screenshots of some parts we didn't have video of. This is when I noticed a site called GamerWeb, appearing as a watermark in some of the screenshots that had parts we'd never seen. I looked up GamerWeb on the Wayback Machine and found their article from back in the day, too, and they had download links to the videos. I clicked the link, wait, no error this time? This time, the page sent me to a white screen with no error. I tried going into the HTML to see if I could pull the file out manually, and I could actually download a file, but it was corrupted. This got me into researching GamerWeb, and I found out that it was bought out in 2002 by another company. The creator, named Adam Dory, started a new gaming news outlet from scratch named Kikizo, and what I found next is what gave me a ton of hope. Kikizo was also not active anymore, but they have an entire website called Kikazo Archives dedicated to preserving the media that was hosted on Kikazo and GamerWeb. This got me super excited, hoping I could find the original Luigi's Mansion article on this site, but after searching long and hard, there was nothing to be found. They didn't have any media archived from that old on the site. But I wasn't going to give up. If this company was so dedicated to preserving their old media, I had the glimmer of hope that they just might have the original videos of the Spaceworld demo somewhere. I saw that they had a help email, so I emailed them. I waited a few days and heard nothing back. That is when I decided to contact the creator of GamerWeb himself, Adam Dory. I found his Facebook and sent him a quick message, telling him about the lost videos and seeing if there was any possibility he still had it. I waited and waited. Weeks had gone by and I heard nothing back. And with this, I decided to give up my search. I had scoured the whole internet and concluded that this video was published nowhere online, but without some finding an old recording, it was never going to show up again. I stopped checking my Facebook and just stopped really caring about the search. That is, however, until one day, November 15th to be exact. I was at school, and it was lunchtime. I pulled up my laptop because I was going to look at some used cars with my friend on Facebook Marketplace. And then, when I logged in, I saw this. I couldn't believe I had a message notification. I was scared to click it as well, as I didn't know if it was one of my friends messaging me or not, and I was so excited to see it. I clicked it, and I read this response from the man himself, Adam. Hey Owen, I just saw your message. You know what? I actually do have the original files. They are pretty crappy quality, but I also have the original DV tapes on my drives as well. I have a couple of hours from Spaceworld 2000. I may go through the whole lot and throw it on YouTube. Was it just Luigi that's considered lost? Is that clip really not available anywhere else on IGN? This got me super excited. It seemed like all the work of searching was finally going to pay off. He said he would upload it once he got free time, and it could be a while. I was just happy that he found it and was excited for the upload. I checked his YouTube channel every single day to see if there was an upload. Nothing yet. Then, a few days later, I got another message from Adam Dory, and what I saw really surprised me. It looked like two other people, specifically Jimmy Jaden and Bluefire Sorcerer on YouTube, had done all their own research and came to the same conclusion as me as to contact this Adam Dory. I talked to Jaden and Bluefire about it somewhere on Discord afterwards, just about how it was really cool they found the same guy and that we were excited the video was finally coming to fruition. Another day passed and no upload. But then finally, the next day, when I was watching Wreck-It Ralph with my good buddy EM15, I got this message. The video was finally up. Me and my friend were one of the first people to watch that footage in 20 years, along with Jaden and Bluefire. And with that upload, my search was finally complete. The news spread pretty quickly, catching the attention of large outlets like GameXplain. Even Adam himself was really surprised at the traction this footage was gaining. In the end, I'm just glad that the footage was finally discovered after so long, and that I played a part in finding it. Also, credit to Jimmy Jaden and Bluefire for finding Adam on their own too. And with that, the search for the Luigi's Mansion demo video is a mystery complete.